Okay, so we're going to go over multiplication first. This is F times G. So I'll do 3x plus 5. Okay, so 2x squared times 3x is 6x cubed. 2x squared times 5 is 10x squared. Next, negative x times 3x is negative 3x squared. Negative x times 5 is negative 5x. Now you're going to combine the middle term, and you should have gotten 6x cubed plus 7x squared minus 5x. That is the multiplication one. Now let's do addition. Addition, we're going to do this one now, is 2x squared minus x plus 3x plus 5. Combine the middle. You can think of this as a negative 1. These will stay the same, but we're going to combine the middle. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2x. So that is the addition one. Now let's do subtraction. I see a lot of people make mistakes on the subtraction one. We're doing 2x squared minus x, and we are going to subtract the whole entire thing. I see a lot of people just subtracting the minus 3x and not subtracting the 5. You also have to subtract the 5. Then we're going to bring down the rest. So we're going to combine the middle term. You can think of this as negative 1 minus 3. That's negative 4x. This up here stays the same. So this is your answer when we're subtracting. Okay, now we're going to do a composition. So let me check your boards. Hold them up. Let me see how you did. Good job, y'all. So we're going to set this up. This means I'm going to put g of x inside of f. So I'm going to write f nice and big. Instead of this x, put parentheses. Minus, instead of this x, put parentheses. Inside of those parentheses, we're going to put g inside of f. So we're going to put g inside of these parentheses. So I'm going to put 3x plus 5 and 3x plus 5. Now, I'm going to do some side work over here. Whenever I have 3x plus 5 squared, that means you're writing this 2 times, okay? This is 2 times 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5 minus 3x minus 5, okay? That's how we expand this out. I'm going to do some side work over here. We're going to multiply these two things together. So 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. 3x times 3x is 9x what? Squared. 3x times 5 is 15x. 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 5 is 25. Combine that middle. We'll get 30x. Bring the rest down. That's what this is. You guys see that? And I'm going to multiply it by a 2, correct? Okay, so let's multiply this by a 2. This will become 18x squared. 60x. 2 times 25 is 50. So guys, this whole thing right here is 18x squared plus 60x plus 50 minus 3x minus 5. Let's combine the x's. Combine your x's. What's 60 minus 3? 57. This is 18x squared. And then what's 50 minus 5? 45. So this is the composition. This is f of g. Okay, so let me do a recap. This is the function f, this is the function g, and we're dividing them. So f is in the numerator, g is in the denominator. Remember, you can never divide by 0. So we need to figure out what x values would give you 0 in the denominator. what we have to do is factor. I want two numbers that'll multiply to 2, but add to -3. This is always your C value. This is always your B value. This is actually A times C. Your A value is just 1. So 1 times 2 is 2. Okay? So two numbers that multiply to 2, but add to -3 are -2 and -1. These multiplied will give you 2. If you add them, you'll get -3. So how we're going to rewrite this problem is the numerator is the same. We didn't mess with that. But the denominator, we're going to write x minus 2 and x minus 1. Now it's a little bit easy to tell what would make the denominator 0. Just think with me real quick. If I put a 2 right here, wouldn't 2 minus 2 give me a 0? Okay, so that means x cannot be 2. What number would go here? A 1. That means x cannot be 1. We don't want those two numbers in the denominator. So another way you can do this is, let me erase this, is you can just solve it. So what you can do is x minus 2 equals 0 and solve it. So you add 2 to both sides, you get x is 2. Add 1 to both sides, you get x is 1. So you do not want your answers to be 2 or 1 because that would give you a 0 in the denominator. Okay?